Hello, welcome to the Desiree Show. Today we're presenting part 2 of our interview with Karen Davis, RDH. Now for those of you who may not have seen our first episode, here's a little information about Karen and her background. Karen is a registered dental hygienist with a Bachelor of Science degree in dental hygiene with more than 30 years of clinical experience as a practicing hygienist. She's been recognized as one of the top clinicians in continuing education by Dentistry Today magazine for 5 years and counting. In Karen's first episode, she discussed with us the expanding roles of the dental hygienist in providing more than preventive services, such as prophylaxis, but also in helping patients in other ways, such as educating them about risk management and implementing lifestyle changes that will have a positive effect not only on the patient's dental health, but on their overall health and well-being. When we ended the first part of our interview, Karen had just provided an example of how to implement this concept into actual practice. So now she's going to give us an idea of how to accomplish this type of patient education within the time constraints that most dental hygienists practice under. So Karen, give us an idea of how you can accomplish really a big task of explaining this in the time constraints that we're under.
Well, that is a challenge for every dental hygienist practicing. The management of time. Once you get the patient in the chair, we have so many tasks to accomplish from a preventive perspective, from a services perspective, from an educational perspective. So really what I'm talking about, including more health and wellness education and services to the appointment, happens over a period of time. This is not done in one visit or even 2 visits. We build upon this education, and if the dental hygienist is not the same one to see the patient, perhaps they see a different dental hygienist, it's important that you track and record all of the conversations, synopsis of the conversations that you've had with the patient, so you literally can pick up where you left off the very next visit.
Sort of like what we did with this interview here.
Exactly.
Now, speaking of time, what do you think is the ideal amount of time to be able to spend with a patient?
That question has been debated in dentistry for years. And I'm a little bit like a salmon swimming upstream. I realize this when I give this answer, but I feel very strongly about it. Given everything we know about the implications of oral and systemic health, the amount of education that needs to take part with every patient visit, and the number of technologies and services that we're providing, I believe that all adult patients should have a 60-minute appointment with the dental hygienist. Some trainers, some consultants, some experts in the field will say, oh, no, you've got to whisk those patients through, get more patients into the schedule in order to be profitable. But I've actually found the opposite to be true. Having comprehensive services and having the time to accomplish that is actually a lot more profitable for the dental hygienist, and it's certainly a win for the patient because the patient leaves with knowledge and information and services that truly can impact their overall health.
Absolutely, and you know, you're giving so much more information that you almost need that extra time.
You really do.
You know, there's new stuff we're talking about. So what do you see as far as the future goes for dental hygienists? What do you see as the next step?
Wow. Of course, I'm giving my opinion here. This is not scientific, but I think that in the future we're going to see a kind of a blurring of the lines between dental hygienists, registered dietitians, because we'll be incorporating a lot more of their services as we identify needs for our patients, specifically related to their diet and mismanagement of their diet. And I think we'll be using a lot of services from perhaps chiropractors, counselors, therapists to help with stress management. So I think there's going to be a blurring of the lines between medicine and dental hygiene and dentistry. I think also we're going to see a huge increase in salivary diagnostics and dentistry, and we're going to see technology just continuing to expand in every area of our services that we currently provide. So it's an exciting time to be a dental hygienist. I'm thrilled to be there.
Karen, thank you for coming today, sharing your experiences, your insights. I'm sure our viewers got a lot of information, and we might even get some questions, so you might have to come back.
That'd be great.
All right, cool. Well, that's all the time we have for today. Thanks for tuning in. See you next week on The Desiree Show.